For some reason, I'm shiny. What?
Okay, now I have to restart.
Why? Because it tells you to restart?
Yes.
I'm going to hit record here.
So God forbid, because if I don't do it,
Yes.
it will do it in the middle of the
See,
show.
all my Windows stuff did like about a week and a half ago. Did all that stuff. So you're just catching up because you don't use your computer like you used to.
No, I don't.
When you were in college and school and all that,
Yeah.
you
I was
constantly had it going.
constantly on it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Restarting.
Okay, so we are streaming. Hey folks, welcome, welcome, welcome to the patron pre-show for GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. How you doing? Good to see ya. Yes, we are live and working. So welcome folks. Glad you're here. Yeah, last week we had some serious issues with Spectrum, used to be Time Warner Cable. And yeah, we would just have intermittent uh internet access. The TV was working fine. All that was working hunky dory. But we would sit there and get like 10, 15 minutes of the router working, and then it would stop for a half hour, and another 10, 15 minutes, and then it'd stop for a half hour. So it was just impossible way to do a show. So that's why we didn't have one last week. Um, it lasted for a couple of days, matter of fact, because we weren't able to do the geocaching podcast last week either. So just lots and lots of stuff going on with that, but it seems to be working okay now. And we were able to do the podcast last night and doing the one here. So it's one of those things where um, we got a lot of catch up to do from last week because we were going to give away last week, but now we're going to give it away this week. That very cool Pika geocoin set for the June promotion is not. See, don't start. We're going to be giving that away. See, what happened is wife Amy has been very tired today. And so, and why you don't have a coffee, I have no idea.
I have had 2 cups of coffee, actually 3 cups of coffee today. So
really,
yes.
So you should be spiking right now.
Yeah, that tells you how I am right now.
She started
I'd be asleep
yawning
in the chair.
Yeah,
I started falling asleep at work.
Did you?
That's my head was nodding.
That's not good.
I'm like, okay, let's get some coffee.
Yeah.
Before I get fired.
So yeah, so she started yawning just as we sat down.
A lot.
And a lot, and of course that starts me yawning. I yawn all the time, anyways. So now I'm in this thing about yawning. Thank you very much, wife Amy. Now I'm gonna have to go get a cup of coffee or something to keep me going. So that's so hopefully.
The only reason I didn't have another cup is because I ran out of sweetener.
Yeah, but if you get that cappuccino mix that you accidentally got
at work.
Oh yeah. Oh, no sweetener at work. Oh, that's sad. That usually is that incites riots.
Oh, the
usually.
guys have sugar.
Okay, so that they get
I just didn't have any sweetener for me.
Because I know at most IT places that I work at that it's like
y'all are like zombies anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean
oh my god, my computer.
We have a Red Bull pipe down from the ceiling intravenously to keep most of the developers going. And so yeah, so we're back and we were glad you're here. It has been extremely hot. Summer has definitely come to North Kakalaki. And if you don't know, in North Kakalaki, what identifies summer immediately is no wind, no breeze, no nothing. And you also have high humidity and heat. So what we refer to as the wet blanket type thing, where literally you go outside and you feel like you're instantly covered in a wet blanket in heat and go that way. So it's there. Doesn't make geocaching all that pleasant when you're out. But you do the best you can, and then you go from there.
Some people like it.
Some people, her dad loves that weather. He just loves it. I do not.
He mows the grass in long pants and long sleeve shirt.
Yeah,
I would have a heat stroke.
Oh yeah. It's just nuts. So
But he's about as big around as a pencil. So.
yeah, well, he's doing something right. So yeah, lots of good stuff. Geocaching wise, let's see. The one thing that I was looking up today, this is out of today's Nantucket, yesterday's Island, and it's about a hunt for real treasure about geocaching, and it's by Dr. Sarah T. Boyes, Director of Research and Education for the Linda Loring Nature Foundation, I should say, and it's a cute story. It really is. It's very neat about geocaching, and it
Oh, for the
says,
love of God.
if you haven't noticed, wife Amy is again going through a series of updates on her Windows.
It literally told me this may take several minutes.
Right.
No kidding.
Right.
So I said, okay, several minutes. Well, several minutes went by and I was like, okay, let's hurry it up. We want to make everything just right for you.
Yeah.
Of course you do. Now hurry it up. Because I'm so patient with that. And then I started signing into everything because it finished and blah, blah, blah. You need to restart to finish your updates. Of course I do.
You know, you have a very
Oh my gosh. I have a low tolerance threshold for this stuff.
one of the several voices that
It's still not finished coming back
Amy has that absolutely tickles me pink. One, of course, is the Betty Rubble laugh, which I absolutely adore. And the other one is when she does the auto speak.
What do you
Hello,
mean?
friends, how are you today? She just has that nice, soft, tone when she goes through stuff. And I love that because you'll sit there and you'll start talking like that. And it's like, whoa, that's
Yeah.
sexy.
And then I bring out my,
And
then,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's not so nice.
So, yeah, there's that.
A couple of the guys said today, I don't want to make her mad.
Well, no.
No.
Yeah. So, anyways, going back to the Nantucket thing, it says, picture it, Squam. I'm not making this up. SQUAM swamp in summer. Is that like the Desperate Swamp in Virginia?
Sure. I don't know.
It's an excellent
Never
place.
been to New England.
No, okay, so yeah. We are bushwhacking off trail among the mosquitoes, also deer flies. We're trying to locate an old campsite among deer trails, but keep getting turned around. It's especially hot and humid, and the green briar and poison ivy are in full force. What are we doing? And of course, geocachers know what that is. And then we finally see it. Mom, I found it. Nothing compares to the sheer joy of a 5-year-old finding a box of treasures in the middle of the woods when we are seemingly miles away from civilization. What we had just found was a geocache. And they go into this, and it's the kids that they have in this are adorable. And of course, they go into what geocaching is and how it's a treasure hunt. And, just requires only a few steps to get started, and it's a nice thing. They got some really cute pictures of geocaches that the Linda Loring Nature Foundation had actually put out, and it's a nice article. It's in the what came out through Google News for geocaching. Now, I had something similar for this for the Raleigh area about, give or take, 6 years ago. We have a very cool science museum in downtown Raleigh. Very, very nice. One of the best in the world as far as I'm concerned. And gee.
I'm sorry. Did you hear that?
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I tried to be quiet.
Anyhow, so
Angry quiet.
what they did is they put out several dozen geocaches in parks. And that was one of my favorite geocaches that I did a first to find on, because I went out for it, got the first to find, and they had cool stuff in there from the museum. And so one of the things that I dropped half my swag bag for was a petrified shark tooth, which is one of my favorite items that I still have to this day. for things that I found out of a geocache. So it's cool when businesses and when museums and different folks that go out there to put out, nicely put out geocaches for people to go find. So not that it doesn't hurt, it's
their economy.
Yeah, I mean, it's not advertising per se,
Yeah.
but everybody knows where it's from, and it's like, whatever. In a case like that, because they put out good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I liked it. That was a cool thing.
I
That
hear one of our neighbors mowing the yard.
Oh yeah.
I hope it's our back neighbor, and he's mowing that forest he's got.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Fair
about
enough.
ready for some Roundup.
Well, what happened is a neighbor that's directly behind us is I'm trying to think of the politically correct way of putting it.
He's a jerk.
He's a jerk.
I don't
And
like
he went through and he has this remote controlled race car that's, I kid you not, it's probably 1.5 feet, 2 feet long. Very high power motor in it. As a matter of fact, I think it's actually gas powered.
I don't know what he's got.
But
Everything he's got is annoying.
yeah. So he took out the back 4/5 of his backyard to, he as far as in lengthwise, the entire of the yard
against the fence.
from the fence to his barn or shed or whatever it is. And then it's probably 20 feet from there out. So he's got this big rectangle.
Yep.
That what he wanted to do was make a racetrack that he could do his cars on.
Well, his car's too powerful.
Car's too powerful, and it's too small of a track. No matter
so
how.
What do? You don't clean it up.
No.
You just leave it and let it grow
Right.
over.
So now we have a jungle in our backyard.
So now he's still got that junk.
All the dirt's there and all the crud that he wanted to build ramps.
He doesn't have grass. He has weeds. And why doesn't he have grass, you may ask? Because he killed it all.
Yes.
On purpose.
Right. To dig out and put the track.
Like you're an idiot.
So now he has all this stuff there, never covered it. And when we say weeds, we're talking 6, 7, 8 feet tall.
Oh,
weeds.
yeah. These weeds are not short. They're not like little dandelions or anything. Oh, no.
Yep.
The blue screen of death. Yeah, no, it didn't give me that yet.
Nope, not yet. But
if I don't start using it.
I went through probably on my two, my laptop and my other one, I probably went through. It took the first major update, took probably an hour for it to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then it had a couple of minor updates after it. But for the computers to actually settle, took about a week.
Yeah.
For things to settle down. And Amy doesn't use her computer that much, so it's been progressed that way. That's why I'm so glad we're using the iMac for doing the show. We don't have problems like that.
No.
It'll sit there and say, hey, Andy, I've got a couple of updates. You want me to do it now, or do you want me to remind you later on today? You want to do it tomorrow? What do you want to do? Instead of Microsoft going, congratulations, ka-dunk, you're doing an update. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
And go that way. So, yeah, that's... Yeah, because actually the one on...
I keep trying to get the people at work, or IT people at work, to give me a Mac.
A Mac?
They're like, I don't have a Mac, so you're not getting a Mac. Just saying.
The one that I actually used, the old computer that we used to do the show on, it got 3/4 through the update before I went to bed on this particular day. Came back in the morning to do something, and it was like dead, stopped, just died. I'm like, great.
Wow.
So I literally power failed it, turned it off, turned it back on, and we're restoring your Windows back to the original for blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, thank you very much. It's just a pain in the butt.
Yes.
But yeah, that's all part of the fun of Windows. Thank you, Windows.
Fun is relative.
And sometimes it is, and sometimes your relatives can be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Wow, really? Is that? I'm looking at this is out of the Rome News. All right. Now, if you have ever gone to going caching, which is usually in Georgia, usually in Rome, Georgia,
Mhm.
sometime in October, I believe.
Mhm.
We've gone to the past couple of them and had an
We missed
absolute,
last year.
yeah. And it was one of those things where this isn't something that you just go on a Saturday like Woodstock and just
Mm-mm.
show up and do what you need to do. This is a 4-day minimum
Yeah,
requirement
and you really
to
shouldn't
enjoy
do
it.
Woodstock one day either.
No, Woodstock should be several days as well. But
Like
and
going caching's
going
definitely.
caching is an extravaganza.
Mhm.
So they actually have in the Rome News Tribute
Tribune.
Sorry, and the title is Geocaching Mega Event with a Spy Games theme is expected to draw more than 1,200 players to Rome.
Mhm.
So it's like there are several different types of events that are happening at certain spots every year, and they're getting more and more and more people to come and have fun
Mhm.
with that. But this is definitely one of it. So they say after a year's hiatus, because last year we went to the far west side of Rome, southwest part of
Yeah, I can't
Georgia.
remember the town it was in.
It was in like Mountain Top or something.
I don't know.
I don't remember. It was a
Anyway.
beautiful place, but it was
We didn't go.
Huh?
We didn't go.
Yes, we did. That's the TARDIS, honey. Remember the book?
Was that last
That
year?
was last year, honey.
No.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
lose
saying.
track.
So, anyways, it's an extravaganza. It's something you really, really should go for. And it says after a year's hiatus, going caching will return to Rome this fall. With, get this, 5 days of spy games expected to draw more than 1,200 geocachers from around the world. Players use, and they talk about, geocaching in general. This is a big deal in the geocaching world, said Jim Williamson, who, with fellow Rome resident Andy with an I Bayer, organizes the annual event. So it's huge. Mark on your calendars for
They really do a good job.
October 4th to the 8th. And it's spies. Last year it was time machines.
I do remember that was last year now.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
The as far as I'm concerned, the event coin that going caching comes up with
That's freaking amazing.
is worth the whole price of everything. It's one of the most amazing and each year it gets more and more complex and bigger, and it's a geocoin.
Oh, I already have it on my calendar.
And it's huge. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if by all means check out going caching. Also, please do not forget next year, Memorial Day weekend is going to be Geo Woodstock 16, and it is going to be in Coney Island in Cincinnati.
Yep.
It is going to be in the park in Cincinnati. It's going to be a riot.
Mm-hmm.
They have already got well over 1,000 people already registered as will attends. And one of the things that you want to do right now, like not now, wait till the show's over, but go, you got a little time. We got 10 minutes before the show starts. Go over to the Woodstock websites and register. Register your will attend for that so they can go. They are trying. I don't know if they can make it an official on the first attempt. They're trying to get the giga.
They are trying,
They're
but
trying
I
to get the
don't know
giga.
that they can. But
Yeah.
I mean, they could.
Right.
But it's gonna be something. Y'all.
Yes. Now we haven't received ours yet, but there are T-shirts for the ambassadors. We're actually some of the ambassadors for Geo Woodstock 16, and they basically give you information about Geo Woodstock. There's cards that'll be going out. Like I said, we're waiting for ours. It's coming in the mail, and we'll be going from that. But Geo Woodstock is going to be, I mean, it was amazing this year. Very well done. And I'm very proud of the NCGO who in North Carolina and all the things that they did. But yeah, it's going to be something. So there's some huge events that you really need to go.
Unless I just told somebody else, unless something catastrophic happens, we should be there.
Yes.
So be sure to stop by.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So yeah, that's going on. Of course, you got West Bend, which is another one that the town just explodes for a weekend with all the geocachers and going that way. There's just a lot of them. Check out, and it doesn't always have to be a mega event that you go to for that, but we have a lot of fun when we go to ours. A lot of the local events. We had Canada Day, which was last week. That was event worthy that you could go and get a souvenir for that as well. So check out your calendars and see what's
The
going
only
on.
souvenir I should get
What?
is Miss Works a lot.
Yeah, that is one of the problems when you're working multiple jobs and stuff. It does kind of cut down on the time to go geocaching. It really does.
But that is why I take a weekend a month off.
Right.
This week.
And that most of the time
month
that's
I'm
just
not,
for
but-
catching up with stuff.
Well, this month I'm not because I'm just taking Abby's birthday off,
Right.
which you need to register for.
Yes. So we'll work on that. But you can see there's a lot of
I can help you after the show.
a lot of things to go over. We are got a couple of things going on. If you haven't been hearing about the pirate summer promotion that geocaching.com has going on this next few weeks, what you want to be preparing for is the weekend for the first of the several weeks in a row that you do this. Let's see, where's it at? I hit it right here.
Well, you're scrolling too fast to be able to read it.
I don't want to do that one. I want to do this one. Hang on. I think I went into the wrong one. The first, where is it? News.
That's it.
All right.
That's all you got.
Helpful ideas. That's for doing your, there we go. This is what I was looking for. Sorry about that. The Lost Treasure of Mary Hyde is the theme that they've got going with. And basically, if you remember last year where they did the summer thing, where each week for 4 or 5 weeks, you had different puzzles that you had to solve to go through. This year, we have no idea, but they've got some interesting things. But it literally starts coming up in about a week, July 15th and 16th. And what they have on there is build your crew by attending or hosting an event and earn a souvenir. The more friends you have on geocaching.com, see, that's a clue right there, I think. The more friends you have on geocaching.com, the easier it will be to keep sailing on. Their poetry is a little off, but hey, pirates were never the most creative folk, I'm just saying. So July 15th and 16th is the first piece of all the stuff that you have to do for pirates. So good stuff. The 17th to the 23rd. After that, there's another piece that you go for. Then July 24th to the 30th, July 31st through August 6th, and it wraps up August 7th through the 13th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sections that they have from mid-July to mid-August. So that's going to be exciting.
Because that's only 9 days away.
Yeah, so it starts. I mean, it starts quick.
It is too late.
So,
okay.
So get your stuff ready for that. So yeah, lots of cool stuff. Let's see what other things we got going. We've got a prize we're giving away live tonight. So we're going to be doing that. So make sure you stick around for that. At the end of the show, we give away a live prize for somebody that's watching us as we record. Excellent things. Are you okay?
Man, I am struggling.
I told you my nose over here.
Yeah, I am struggling.
Are you? Is it sinuses, or you don't really have sinuses like I do?
No,
Not that I've got 4 cats that I'm allergic to.
Okay, 2 of them are your fault. So
yeah, well, all right. We're not playing the blame game.
Oh yeah, we are.
Just saying.
I was going to send them back.
Right, and now we have a dog.
Yes.
And she's a sweetheart. She is a rescue, and her name is Gracie
like everything
May.
Else we have.
Yeah, well, all of them are rescues.
Yeah.
Gracie May. She's 2 years old, and she is a smaller size black lab mix.
Yeah.
And
she's only 40 pounds.
Yeah, she's small. She's a lot smaller than you. Matter of fact, she had pups just before earlier in the year before we got her. and the pups are bigger than she is.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm just saying, but she's a sweet dog.
Mm.
She is what I refer to as a kind soul. She is not active at all.
She sleeps like a cat.
And she sleeps like a cat, and she goes through and she's got her spot on the couch.
Like the whole couch.
Right. And she's come out of where she had a very rough first 2 years.
Very rough.
And so she is
Yep.
very submissive. She's, she likes girls a whole lot better than boys, which I'm having a hard time with.
Well, she was apparently abused.
Yes.
And apparently it was from a man because
Right.
she's more afraid of men than women.
Exactly. And so when I go to
Yeah.
pet her tail ducks in, she still lowers her head.
A
She's
little.
getting better. We've had her
Yeah.
for about a week and a half now. So she is a lot better than when we first got her. But she definitely likes the girls better.
And she hates a leash on her collar.
Yes. Can't stand. She can
She
do a
will-
harness.
Yeah, she will back out of it and squirm until she
But
gets out of
absolutely
it.
goes
Mm-mm.
nuts with a
So
leash on the neck.
she has a harness.
Yeah.
Aw.
Very sweet.
Basenji. Oh, that's
Very
cool.
nice.
That's what Corey's dog is.
Oh yeah. Egyptian dog. Very nice.
And yes, most labs they just go berserk. They have
Right.
so much energy.
Right. She does not.
Has a burst and then she's done.
Like
for
when we
the
say a
rest of the
burst,
day.
we're talking less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Now she's still recovering from some stuff. She's got different medications that she's on for heartworm. And,
Yeah, she's up to almost a hot dog now.
Oh,
'cause she
really?
keeps spitting out her pills.
Told you, cheese is the way to go
Mhm.
for that.
I'm like, all right.
But she is just the kindest, sweetest dog. When you sit there and say, "Hey, Gracie, how you doing?" She'll roll on her back, and it's like belly rub and all the rest of it. Sweetest dog. We haven't had a problem with her yet. We've had her
Never
for
crated her.
never crated
Never
her.
had to crate her.
She's
Never-
been
no accidents, no
fine.
nothing.
We've got the 4 cats. They all get along. So you couldn't ask better for a acclimation into the animal kingdom of your house.
She taught the cats about her personal space.
Yeah.
Every time they get too close, she'd
She'd
growl at them.
growl. They back off.
Back off.
And
yeah, it was great.
Now Jolie's headbutting her and all the rest of it. So it's almost back
Hector's
to normal.
like showing her around.
Yeah,
And walking with her
yeah.
and stuff. So,
So they're getting there. But one of those things that you have to have that extra special care for rescue animals because they usually come out of situations like this. They found BBs, she was shot, she was beaten up, her back left leg. That's the other thing. She's a three-legged dog essentially. Her back
not really. She uses it some.
her left leg is not there. It's probably, if I were to give a guess, about 30%.
Yeah.
When she is on any kind of slippery vinyl wood floor, that back left leg
She
goes
holds it
up.
yeah.
But if she's
It's
on grass and that, she's fine.
Yes. It's
It's weird.
tendon issue. and
Yeah.
She has a little notch in her ear from where
Somebody did
cut it or
something stupid.
or-
But
So she's been through a lot, and they took the BB out. They spayed her.
Yep.
They got
Took
her
care
on
of
some
her.
medication, and gave
and
her
she's
some,
recovering.
that you could see every rib on her and every vertebrae on that dog.
Yeah.
And fattened her up a little bit. She looks great.
Oh yeah, she loves it.
She needs a bath.
She does need a bath.
We're rolling
does.
around in the dirt.
Well, she does the happy dance. If you've ever seen a dog where they get someplace like their special rug or out on the grass and they get on their back and they're just
He calls it
squinching
the
back
happy
and forth, and
dance.
I call it the happy dance. She does that all the time. She loves it. She loves being outside.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna be interested. She's starting to bark for the first time a little bit, and it's like woof. I mean, it's not.
She hasn't barked in 3 months.
Right.
She hasn't barked since the foster
Right.
mom got her.
But
So
yeah,
I had to text her and I'm like, hey, Gracie's barking. She's like, what?
yeah,
Yeah, she's a dog now.
yeah.
So,
So
Yeah.
we'll see. It's
great.
gonna be interesting seeing her come out of the show.
Yeah, she's coming out.
Yeah.
which is
Oh,
good.
absolutely. So, and it's exciting too when you see her. Where Amy came home from work today, and she was whimpering and whatever, just to play with her, to go
Yeah,
out and
just
run for a
dancing
few
around and
minutes.
stuff. Yeah. She got outside, did her little play bow, and I'm like, what are you doing? You took off. Like, all right, you go, girl.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull weeds. I'm not chasing you.
There you go. So, anyways, that's part of the fun. That's Gracie in our newest addition to the family. So,
Mhm.
very, very cool. All right. I think we are just about there. And I'm going to put this up here. All right, folks, sit back, relax, get your favorite libation, your favorite snack. The GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast is coming at you right about now. Well, hello, and welcome. Welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. I'm your host, Andy HeadHardHat Smith, and I'm here with the wonderful, the delightful, the DeWitty, the somewhat drowsy wife, Amy.
I could so go to sleep right now. I truly could.
She
That's the sad part about this whole thing. I'm like a 90-year-old woman in a not 90-year-old body.
Oh boy, no, not at all. But there we go. I'm just getting the overlay going. So yeah, it's interesting, and she's a little out of it. It is July 6th, 2017.
It's the heat.
And in the next hour or so, both co-host Amy the HeadHardHatress and I will bring you some interesting information, tidbits about the game, the sport, yes, the obsession known as geocaching. So yeah, lots of cool stuff. Happy 4th for the folks in the U.S. Happy belated Canada Day for our Canadian friends.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always fun to go out. I mean, let's face it, when it's Independence Day for the United States, the main thing they want to do is get out there, barbecue, get yourself some hot dogs, some beer, and chill.
Mm-hmm.
Except
hot dogs, brats, and hamburgers.
Yes. Except for the people that went to the hardware store, because for some reason this was the time that they thought that this is when you're supposed to do your projects.
I did not have to work that day, thank God.
I did. So I
did not change my availability.
Just saying.
Yay me. But it made up for it last night with that woman.
Yes.
Who slammed her hand down on the counter at me. And said, "What are we going to do about this?"
Yes.
Her issue, in a shortened edition, because you really don't want to hear the rest of it.
No, you don't.
She thought she was going to get 100. I'm not making this up. 150 feet of duct work to go with her dryer.
Yeah. Now, if you don't know what the ductwork is, that's the part that 4-inch aluminum tubing that hooks to the back of your dryer to the vent that goes outside your door. It looks
like aluminum or circle aluminum foil.
Right.
Basically.
It's usually about 4 to 8 feet.
Maybe 8 feet.
Yeah.
She was getting 8 feet with this.
Right.
She thought she should get 150
feet. I mean,
I'm like, what in the Sam Hill are you hooking
is your
this
dryer
thing to?
in the shed?
Maybe at the neighbor's house, for all we know. I don't know. So anyway, very long and interesting, albeit boring story.
People get nuts when it goes to the
slammed
holidays.
her hand down, and I told her that we weren't going to do anything. So, yeah, it's truly a wonder I'm not fired at this point, really.
With a lovely disposition like that, I don't understand what you mean.
Oh, no. I was reacting to her disposition, and I thought me not throttling her or bashing her head in with a PVC pipe was pretty good, actually.
I think so.
She was not a pleasant individual. I think she probably hates puppies, too. Which brings me back to when I got
we don't have enough time. We don't got enough time.
Called a fire hazard.
Look at the pica.
I'm going to write a book.
You should. This is amazing from gxproxy.com, who is this close to getting back. Everything's in the warehouse is going in, and they're getting organized. So GxProxy is going to be back in gangbusters just about any time now. But the June contest It's now July. That's because of last week. And real quickly, Spectrum went out on us, and that's why we couldn't do the show last week. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
His little short stories are a lot shorter than mine.
Yeah. So, anyways, we were going to give this away last week, and we're doing it this week.
That's right.
And this is the pika, and it talks all about the history of the pika bird. And we have 3 different sets of geocoins that you're going to get. It comes with, we've got brass, silver, and gold versions of the pika coin, and each one also has a proxy coin.
Yeah,
That's
really
with
beautiful.
they're gorgeous coins, and we want to thank GX Proxy for donating those for the show. And some lucky winner is going to win tonight, and we are going to have the drawing. So what happened is for the people who wanted to get involved, had a chance of just sending in an entry and being part of the drawing. Something happened. An interesting thing happened on episode 200 that nobody caught. Or if they did, they didn't say anything. Let's put it that way. Because all the ones that I read from the entries that came in, a couple of them said, my daughter caught it, but we didn't really didn't think about it. And so something happened in episode 200, our celebration episode for getting to 200. And I thought somebody was going to say something in the chat room.
I did too.
Something somewhere.
Nothing.
And nothing, not a peep.
Nope.
So let me show you basically what happened with this. I'm going to share the screen here and bring this up. So this right here
is a great look for you.
Is a great look for me. This is somewhere in the pre-show or the opening part of the show.
Who knows?
Now, notice Amy's got her blue, and you can't really tell here,
it's a turtle.
but it's a sea turtle on her tie-dye shirt that she had for that. And I had one of my, what I refer to as my all-day sucker t-shirts. So many colors, and go through that. We went through one of the segments, and then unbeknownst to you, but beknownst to us, we had this on. So Amy suddenly had a more subdued all-day sucker, and I had my superhero rainbow with black tie-dye shirt. We switched shirts. In between the segments.
We did switch, but
all right, we exchanged and changed shirts because I may have more than one tie-dye shirt. And so here she is with hers. I'm with mine. I thought the jigs was up. They would automatically catch something was up.
Nope.
Nobody said a peep.
Nobody said a word.
Couple more segments went by, and we switched to this. Now, I thought absolutely for sure with that bright orange, the
Why
sun.
am I giving you that look?
I probably said something. But I had the bright orange shirt on. Amy put on her brighter shirt on. I thought right then and there we are done. They're going to catch on to this. Not a peep.
I like my hair color.
That is pretty. I do like you in the red.
I'll have to do that again.
Red eyes.
Red eyes sometimes.
Red hair and green eyes.
Okay.
So, anyways,
finally,
the last one, Amy and I switched the shirts. So,
and still nothing.
Nobody caught nothing. So that's what ended up happening. We exchanged and changed from 4 different sets of shirts through that, and that's what it was. That was, nobody caught it. Nothing. I couldn't believe it. So, anyways, we asked you fine folks in the beginning of June to go through and tell us if you could spot what amazing thing happened in episode 200 that no one caught. And we had quite a few people send in their responses. Now, if you just send in a response that said, here's my information, put me in for the drawing, you got one chance. If you said specifically what happened and how many times, you would get two drawing
chances.
And not only did people tell us what happened, some of them went down to saying, at this particular time, this is when it has happened. So some of you folks are a little more proficient when it comes to that.
Detail oriented.
Yes, which is awesome. And then if you were a contributing factor to the Patreon program, which helps provide monies for us so that we can do the show, you got a third chance. So you could have up to 3. So I'm going to go and I'm going to get the box. Hang on a second.
Yeah, because he put everybody's name in the ammo can today, the ammo box today.
So this is my world famous. This has been in many of my videos. My geocache ammo box.
Yep. So everybody's name is in there.
So if you had 1, 2, or 3 chances, you're in here, and we've got quite a few, and I mean quite a few that are in here. So I mixed them up. I actually, because everybody goes, but I always do that bend in my ticket so that the person can instantly pick me. I bent all of them. Were folded in half and put in. So that's why they look like that. So I am going to shake this around. I think that's
good.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So I am going to open this up, and wife Amy is going to choose one lucky winner. So I am going to put this up.
Hold it up, but not too high so I can't reach in.
Right, exactly. She's not looking.
Nope.
1, please.
Okay, got it.
I'm going to close this up, put it back, which was funny because the last time we did a drawing with this one had all the papers from the last time. So this goes back. And I'm going to let wife Amy say who the winner is.
I have not heard this name before.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But that does not mean I don't know a geocaching name.
Okay.
Okay. Sarah Sackett.
Really?
Yes.
Sarah, let's see the paper.
Sake.
Sake or Sackett. So it's, let's see if it goes on there. There you go.
Yep. That's her.
So Sarah, Sackett. Sarah, you are the winner.
Give me the stuff.
Of the
no, to type.
Oh,
I got to put her name in here.
Yes,
honey.
I'm sorry. Here you go. So congratulations to Sarah Sackett for being the winner out of the drawing. I love doing these, and we are in the matter of fact, I'm gonna put this right in the pica bag so that she gets her ticket.
Did she send her address?
Yes, all that information was part of the requirements when it came.
Okay.
So I'm going to put this right in the pica package right here. So this is all for Sarah. So Sarah, we'll get this out to you as soon as possible.
Hopefully tomorrow. That would be a good time
and
for you to
get
do
that and all the rest of the prizes that that we've accumulated over the past months are going out.
Thanks everybody for your patience.
Yep. So that's going to be going out. And again, congratulations to Sarah. That is amazingly cool. And we love doing these. And we're in the process of talking with GX Proxy, Cash Dash Advance, and Coins and Pins to see what other ones that we can do monthly promotions, because we love doing this.
Yeah.
And everybody gets involved. Everybody has a good time. And we try to be a little creative when it comes up to things.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, the suggestion to do this.
I was sitting here trying to rack my brain, figure out who it was.
Yeah. And that was actually sent to us in as a suggestion.
Yes.
From
someone else.
From somebody else. So it was one of you fine geocachers out there that sent in the suggestion saying, why don't you exchange shirts and see if anybody notices?
And I thought that was the funniest idea ever.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, we're totally doing that.
Yeah. So that's what it was.
So yeah, that's where it came from.
That was the end result and for there. Now, moving on, we've got lots of stuff to talk about tonight. We have a special message from Podcaster Podcast, Sunny, Sandy, and Sean. And they have got, I can't believe this milestone, but we're going to go over this. And I am going to turn this up. And we will get this out. Hopefully this will work. And hopefully we can get it started. There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Sunny
and Sandy
from Podcaster.
And we'd like to invite you to listen to our next show,
which happens to be show number 600.
It will be released Monday, July 10th.
which is exactly 12 years since show number 1 on July 10th, 2005.
And we have a very special interview on show number 600.
Now, we're going to be chatting with somebody who played an extremely key role in the flipping of the big blue switch.
And we'll be giving away a ton of prizes if you enter at podcasher.com/600 contest.
All right, so come on over and join us at podcasher.com.
You can find the show at our website or on iTunes or through one of our free apps.
Hey, thanks everyone, and keep on cashing.
Now we are
Wow.
at 600 episodes, 12 years. Now, Geocaching Podcast, we just celebrated our 500th, and that was 10 years. We just did ours
At 200.
at 200, and it was 4 years.
Yeah, so they're 12 years.
12 years of doing this,
Yeah.
Sunny, Sandy, and Sean. And we congratulate them so much. They are extremely
Absolutely.
good friends, and we love them to death. And so 600.
Yeah,
Now,
congratulations, guys.
here's the big question, because we did this on Geocaching podcast last night. There is only one person whose name that comes up that was directly responsible for flipping the big switch.
Who?
President Bill Clinton. He's the one that signed it. He's the one who's responsible.
They're
Now-
not going to have Bill Clinton on there.
I don't know who the person is, but that is the name that comes up every time when you talk about having
They are not
satellite
gonna have
availability.
President Clinton.
you're going to have to go to the show and find out. Go to their
Wow.
600 show and find out. I am dying to find out if they got a hold of Bill Clinton. How cool will that be?
That would be very cool.
So
But
check it out. I don't know. I'm completely
he
guessing.
would not
I have
like
no
our show
idea.
enough to come. I can guarantee you that.
Oh, I
but
don't know. He might. He might.
They're pretty classy people. So
the
you
the
know.
Obama girls were geocachers. So I'm just saying.
Okay.
So, anyways, that's
Stop
how that
it.
went. So yeah, lots of
Gosh.
stuff. Check out Podcaster Podcasts, and check out their 600 episode, and just enjoy. Well,
He
whoever
watched-
it is,
He watched The Kingsman, and you know that one guy has a list.
he's got a lisp. Yes. Anyway, so yeah, good stuff. Lots to do. Let's move on. So, how can you watch the show and generally get in touch with us? It's very easy to watch the live feed and join us in the chat room by going to www.geosnippets.com on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 o'clock if you want to catch the pre-show. We also have our social media links, including for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel via the GeoSnippits website or GeoSnippits Reboot website. Finally, we have our voicemail line where you can call in your questions, your comments, or suggestions by calling 919-341-9519. Or you don't even have to worry about that, or especially if you're overseas or roaming. For phone charges, simply go to www.geosnippets.com, and on the right side of the screen is our Send Voicemail tab. Go ahead and click on that, and you get up to 3 minutes using our SpeakPipe app to tell us basically anything you want. Comments on past shows, suggestions for new shows, milestones that you have, anything that's geocaching related, or even just asking Amy or I a question, and we will go from there and put it onto the show.
Now, you said if they're roaming?
Yes.
It's not roaming if they're caching.
No, it's
Ah.
the humor. Ha.
Yeah.
So yeah, speaking of viewer feedback,
I get tired.
yes.
Okay,
See, she gets a
is-
little loopy, so this should be an interesting show tonight.
Says, hello, Andy.
Yes.
Given the upcoming Canada Day souvenir,
Uh-huh.
I'm encountering the stereotypical A and Geo event titles. Did you once indicate that there is a U.S. city where people who live north of a bridge also use A, and people who live south of the bridge do not? I believe the brides may be in a Great Lake. The brides may be in a Great Lakes state,
Uh-huh.
and the bridge's name may contain MAC. It's interesting enough.
Uh-huh.
I knew the bridge he was talking about.
Wow, that's very good for somebody from down here.
I know.
That is impressive. It's only the 5th largest.
And it's called
bridge.
Mackinac Bridge.
Yes, the Mackinac Bridge. Very good. And this is thank you from Stephen
Not
54.
Mackinac.
Stephen W 54 for sending in.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, it's not Mackinac. It is not Mackinac Island.
It is Mackinac Island.
You do not have Mackinac fudge. I'm just saying, it's Mackinac. Okay. So yes.
Ah.
Um,
Mac-
anything
You almost sound redneck saying Mackinac.
Mackinac. It is simply the way that it is.
Oh, can I go
In
to bed?
Michigan, you have the Upper Peninsula
Oh.
and you have the Lower Peninsula.
There's the Yoopers and the Trolls.
And right. So anybody in a city like say Marquette,
Mhm.
that's above the bridge,
They're a Yooper.
they are a Youper and they use A. Just
Mhm.
as bad as Canadians. I'm just saying, eh?
Just as much.
Just
not
as
bad.
well, it depends on how often they say it. Eh?
Eh?
Yeah. So I'm just saying. The people below the bridge, of course, are the trolls.
Yes.
From the Lower Peninsula. So
Yes.
that's just something you
He's
get
a
used to.
troll.
I am a troll in more ways than people will ever know. So yeah, that's all part of how that is. So yes, that is good. Thank you, Stephen W54 for bringing that in. The bridge is the Mackinac Bridge,
Yes.
and it is.
Mackinac Island, I hear, is absolutely stunning.
You only can get to Mackinac Island two ways: helicopter or boat. And it is
three, or
gorgeous.
swim.
But I wouldn't want to swim the channel from there to the straits to get to it. That would be bad. You can get around by bicycle, walking, or horse-drawn carriage.
Sign me
Real
up.
quick story. Be careful when you get the horse-drawn carriage. I went up with
Oh.
some people with
Kalamazoo.
and my brother and his wife, and all four of us were in the cart. The horse was in front. I was driving the cart. Be careful when the horse has eaten last when you go, because they've got the pooper thing underneath. That wasn't the problem. We started going uphill, and all you hear is
You have to walk in farts.
it had the walking farts all the way up several hills. And when you are only 6 or 8, inches from a horse's behind, it's a little stinky.
It's a little aromatic.
So anyways, yes, thank you, Stephen, for that. And
It's like being
way
in
to
a
go,
fire
eh?
station.
Yeah, awesome stuff. All right, let's move on to our GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast Geocaching Poll of the Week. This one is a blast from the past. We now have all of our polls collected in one spot. We've got somewhere near 100 different ones that you can go in at any time to go in and give your 2 cents on any of them. Wife Amy's having issues again with her computer. All part of the fun. So we brought in, because I could have swore I put out a poll, but for some reason it didn't go as expected, or I was just wrong. So we're going to use one from the past. A new one has gone out yesterday, and you can check it out. And if you want to get the link to get to where the polls are, either have me in your Google Plus circles, so that goes this way, or go to our website. And there's an area at the very bottom that says all of our polls, GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast Poll of the Week collection. Click on that link, and it'll take you right there. And you can check out, like I said, we got about 100 already over the years that we've been doing this. So this time, though, was a blast from the past. And I'm going to bring this up for wife Amy, who is having issues
Stupid computer.
with things. So wife Amy, if you would do this one right
Okay.
here.
Have you ever done geocaching maintenance on a geocache by repairing, replacing a geocache, or putting in a new log? And I actually have. At 21% tied, it was I leave geocaches as I found them, and I prepared a geocache.
Okay.
I
That's
did
all right.
the wrong one. 16% replaced a geocache.
Okay.
At 42%, which is me, I replaced a log.
Very good. Yeah, I mean, it's very common to do, and a lot of people, I actually have I spent an afternoon cutting out different size logs, putting them in baggies, and having them ready, so whenever we need to replace one, we've got one in my pack at all times. And I've got, like, I don't know, maybe 100 different ones that I've got in there for different reasons. So yeah, it is very cool for people to keep things going for when a new log is needed. So excellent stuff with that. All right. Again, the new poll of the week went out yesterday, so be sure to check that out and get your 2 cents worth in there. We greatly appreciate all the geocachers each and every week that get involved with that. Thank you so much for doing that. All right. Wow, lots of stuff just in the first section. Here we go. Tonight's episode is brought to you in part by gxproxy.com and gxproxy.eu for our friends in Europe, for geocachers serious about leaving their mark.
And also by coinsandpins.com, the best place to get custom coins, geocoins, lapel pins, and patches made. Go through our GeoSnippits links and use the promo code HeadHardHat for a 10% discount. And FYI for our listeners, you can sign up for their newsletter to get notified of when new coins, God bless, and patches are available for sale.
Is this the first time you've done this?
Apparently. We're also very thankful to all of our sponsors. And if you want to see more of their products,
See, this is when she would interrupt and do me and say, be sure to go to our GeoSnippits websites and simply click on our logos. Not only do we get great deals, but it helps our program as well.
oh my gosh.
Little red, are we? That's going in the bloopers. Right there. That's the shot. That is the shot right there. Wow. She is about tomato red. I don't know why. It's not like you haven't said it 7,000 times for over 200 episodes. I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
Anywho, let's give her a breather. We'll be right back. And now the time is when they do the laugh, laugh, laugh. Why are you laughing so much? And then burst into tears going, I don't know. This is where we're going to have live on the show. So for the blooper reel, put show 208 on, because this is where Amy lost it. And that's how that goes. Oh, poor sweetheart. That's all right.
I may have to leave.
Oh, boy. So anyways, we've got an interesting show that's actually kind of funny. I'm just saying. Tonight is what I refer to as, notice how I just stroll along and just let her go and just keep on going. The show must go on. I have found through GeoSnippits videos that the more popular ones that I have, and I've got like 90 videos, give or take, is using reverse logic with something. So instead of trying to tell somebody how to do something, we go through and tell them how not to do something. So tonight we're doing how not to go geocaching. We actually asked help from different geocachers who are not gagging on their own breath at the moment to go through and give us some suggestions as well. So through this is sprinkled. Yes, I said sprinkle. See, this is great. This is where all my jokes are going to work. Every one of them's going to work. So, yeah, so through here, we've got some stuff that we put in and also some stuff that other geocachers have helped us with this as well. We're also going to be, when she can actually see the chat room, she's going to also, if you've got suggestions of how not to go geocaching in the chat room, by all means, put it in. And when Amy is able to breathe, she will go through and actually let us know in some form, I don't know, sign language, something. And we'll go from there. You want some liquid? Wow. So there you go, folks, live. All right, let's start off. We have Cully started off with how not to go geocaching. Don't understand what the different types of geocaches mean. Yeah, no kidding. There is a huge, when somebody sits there and you've got a box this big and say it's a small or it's this big and they call it a regular. Yeah, it's very important to be able to know what sizes you are when you go out geocaching. You okay, my love? Okay, that's good.
For now.
Take a drink and go from there.
I don't think I need any extra help.
How not to go geocaching. Here we go. Creating a geocacher name that is long and proud. This is great for nano logs and when you're doing a 100-acre or 100-cache geo trail. How many times do you have people that have these long geocaching names that how do they get it in the logbook? I don't even know. That's why even for me, when I got HeadHardHat for my name, if I'm in a rush, I'm putting HHH for that. Welcome back.
Don't start.
I won't.
'Cause I'll start.
I'll try not to be funny.
That shouldn't be hard. Ow!
Already. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Kiana said, not being prepared for the weather,
Oh, gosh.
especially in extreme places like Arizona or Alaska, where you're either burnt crisp or frozen solid.
Yeah.
So absolutely.
We just had one come in.
Okay, go for it.
Don't bushwhack in shorts and flip flops.
Yes. Not unless you like the word tick and or chiggers.
Or briar.
Or snakes or spiders or
Yeah,
anything
just
else.
really. Yeah.
Yeah, just saying. Kiana also put not having the proper equipment, clothing, or supplies can get you in serious trouble quickly. Absolutely.
Mhm.
It's Boy Scouts, man. Be prepared.
And whatever you do, don't go by yourself and not tell somebody.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what they went over. Travel bugs are just like swag and can be given to your Geo Kid or Geo Puppy for their enjoyment. Not
No.
Geo or travel bugs and Geo coins are somebody else's property, and they are not swag. They are not meant for Geo Kid to play with. They are meant for you to look at, and if they want to get interested in seeing where it went on the map, things like that, go for it, but not for them to play with. Somebody put in money and investment into that to go out. They are not swag. I have heard stories of people giving their pets something because they thought it was cute and squishy and the dog would like it. No, they are not swag. And don't give it out to other people.
Nope.
Jack wrote, do not list poisonous plants in the attributes of your latest hide. So someone will drive 50 miles for a 10 p.m. first to find, only to find out it is planted in the middle of the local poison ivy farm. Don't do it. Have the people go for it.
Yeah.
Especially like folks like wife Amy
who are very allergic.
Yes, by all means. Don't let them know.
Yep.
Come on. Really? Let's see. Don't do this with geocaching. By placing geocaching in the most dull, non-interesting place possible, why find a great place of interest when you can basically just chuck the geocache out the window?
Yeah. How about this? Why don't you just drive by a boring place, don't ask permission, and chuck it out the window? Don't even stop.
Don't laugh. I've actually seen videos on YouTube of people doing just that. Really? Come on. So yeah, be careful when you put out your geocaches. No, and they probably aren't anymore. Just saying it. But yeah, find a place of interest for something like that. Find a reason for people to come out and have them find that geocache. Your logs will definitely be a whole lot more enjoyable to read. Larry wrote, don't get involved in an outdoor hobby only to complain about the perils of being in nature. Oh my God. It's all terrible outside with nature. It's got all that dirt and animals and dust and stuff. Yeah, really? Find another hobby. Just saying.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
Yes.
But I will say that I sent him first for spiderwebs.
Yeah, I am kind of the bug magnet for you, especially when she's got her poking stick giving me in the butt going, come on, keep going. Come on, keep going.
Yep.
And I'm going through the briars and the spider webs and going that way. By placing the cheapest and least durable geocache possible. A waterproof seal is just a pipe dream anyways. I mean, come on. The one thing that will get a geocacher, not much more insane than to open up a geocache that's usually a one of those Glad transfer boxes that's warped, has 2 inches of water in it, everything's soaked and moldy, and the logbook is what I refer to as goo. So yeah, we love that. Keep letting those out. We really, really love that. instead of paying the extra $1 for the really good lock and lock. I'm just saying. Another one, very, very popular, wearing a deer costume during hunting season. Way to go. You know, I know the old, mother-in-law joke about that, but seriously, as a geocacher, when you're going out during hunting season, make sure you got a lot of orange on and you're making lots of noise and you're doing what you're supposed to so that people know that you are you and you don't have antlers or whatever while you're out.
Yes.
I'm just saying, be careful when you're out there. Now, one of the things that you have to remember for the folks that are in North Carolina, I believe it's already started now, but keep in mind, it used to be on Sundays.
I will have to ask the fellas at work
Yes,
because I got more hunters at work than
Yes.
anything.
If it used to be on Sunday was period, no hunting day,
Yeah.
which was great for geocachers to go out into areas that
So
were
one day they didn't have to worry about
right.
it.
Didn't have to worry about it. That has stopped. They are going to allow hunting during Sundays now. So make sure you check out if it's, if it's there. And even if you don't think, we're still out there with the yellow vest and the orange hat, whatever, for
Yeah.
people to know where you're at. So just be careful about that. Nancy wrote, don't take someone who hates geocaching with you.
Duh.
It's all it's all about the
That's all I got.
fun and friendship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Who needs permission from the landowner to hide a cache?
Right.
I'm sure the police will be more than understanding with an unknown camouflage container hidden in a public area.
Absolutely. Nothing more fun. Hey, Adam. Is he on tonight?
Yeah, I haven't seen him.
Adam is our resident. I had it blowed up.
Yes.
For a geocacher.
And whoever hid the banana in the pine tree.
That
Yeah,
will never
because
go
that's
away.
really scary.
That will never go away.
No.
So yes, get permission. And a lot of times I've heard people sit there and say, where do you get permission? And it's very simple. All you have to do is contact. Now, this is in the U.S. and folks in other countries, you may have different ways of doing this. All you have to get in touch with is your city clerk for that area. And they will ask like, okay, what are the nearest? Basically, I just give them the GPS coordinates so that they can see what's going on. That's a lot easier in the old days where they said, well, what are the cross streets to figure out where the property was?
Oh, my God.
What's that?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It says you don't have to actually log a cache or find a cache to log it. Recently had someone around where this person lives log over 400 caches on the first day of their account, including several states.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. So that's another
Yeah.
knot. What that means is there are what they call armchair geocachers.
Yeah.
And what they do is they go to geocaching.com and just randomly pick, like you said, 400 different caches
400.
and say that I found it.
Now I know people who will do power trail after power trail.
No,
a day
they're in
and go
their
for the
house
numbers.
on their computer
But-
doing this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They ain't left the house.
Who does that help? I mean, seriously.
Nobody. It doesn't do anything.
Nobody cares. I mean, you can. Well, I got 16,000 caches.
And?
Okay, whoopee! Happy
You've been-
birthday.
Yeah, you've been doing it longer than I
Yeah.
have. So what?
Yeah, but
I mean, congratulations, and that's great. But whatever.
you're just cheating yourself.
Yep.
It really goes
Yep.
with that. Larry, let's see. We got that one.
Oh, did you get that one?
Which one? This one here?
Yeah.
No, we have not.
Don't expect to be entitled with precise accuracy with any publicly available device, be it a phone or handheld GPS. The variables involved are always changing.
Yeah, one of the things that we don't really bring up as much as we used to, but it does really still pertain, even with the smartphones and the technology we have now. Even with GPSs, if somebody uses a GPS, for example, let alone it's worse with smartphones.
Mhm.
They don't let the GPS settle before they get the readings before they hide the geocache.
Like, just chill for a
It
second.
could be up to 30 to 40 feet off
Mhm.
by doing that. Now, have somebody who's actually trying to find the geocache and they're off 30 to 40 feet. So you could be off 60, 80, 100 feet on a reasonably well-placed geocache.
Yeah, and all because you didn't just stand there for a second and let things work itself
Right.
out.
X does not always mark the spot, which is part of the fun of geocaching.
Sort of.
Yeah, sort of. Let's see. Using absolutely no concealment for your geocaching anyway. Why make it too difficult for the geocacher to find? Besides, the geocache will blend in with all the trash in the area anyways.
You know, sometimes that's true. However,
Uh-huh.
camouflage your mess.
Yes. Even if it's all except for one side, which a lot of police are asking now for, if you're putting out a geocache, camouflage all but one side. So that way, when the bomb squad comes up to see what it looks like, they can look inside and see what that it's got trinkets and not TNT.
Or you can do that and this.
Right.
Put a this is a geocache, not a bomb sticker on it.
That helps, but it doesn't always stop the bomb squad from
I get that.
yes.
So that's why I said do that and that.
It may help a muggle that is English speaking that to read it and go, oh, it's just a game piece, but otherwise it may not in a case like that. What's that?
I had one that actually used the trash in the area as camouflage.
Now this
That's just gross.
Okay, there are geocaches out there like the bubblegum, the bottle cap,
Yes.
but
that's not trash.
Yeah, but they kind of put it in an area that trash may be around. It's just
they didn't pick up old burger wrappers
and throw it down
and
just to use it for
napkins and
camouflage.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Ugh.
Exactly. Let's see.
Nick, Marie.
Marie, how to avoid large wilderness. There was a man in Western Canada recently that was attacked by a bear last week. Made the news. We actually talked about this on Geocaching Podcast last night.
You only have to outrun the person you're with.
In cases. If you are out in the woods and you know that bears are in the area, keep your eyes out. Make a lot of noise. There are bear bells that you can wear.
And mace.
And mace is a good thing to have. The main idea is to let the snakes and the critters and the bears know that you're there. They will get out of your way most of the time. But in this particular case, a person in Canada went and got attacked by a bear. He was a geocacher. And he did log the DNF. I'm not making this up.
Shut up.
He did log the DNF, said he had a little problem with the wilderness. And it may take a little while, but he'll be back.
Okay. Now, let me also add a little side note on this too. Keep in mind when in spring and maybe fall,
Yes.
babies are being born.
Yes.
Mamas don't like it when you come near their babies.
No.
Mamas are very protective of their children.
Yes.
So just be very cautious. If you see a little one running around, you might want to backtrack.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, come on. It's not worth the smiley.
I mean, really.
It's
why upset the apple cart?
Yeah, it's not worth the smiley.
No.
Just be careful out there, folks. Another one, going on a several mile hike, and remember to bring your geocaching pack, all of your tools of the trade, plenty of water and snacks, but forgot to bring your own pencil or pen.
I would have done that.
How many times have you been to a geocache and it's like, dang it, I forgot the pen?
Or I'd say, did you bring the pen?
Yeah, that's what we try to do as we're leaving the car. Okay, who's got the pen to remind? But if you're by yourself, it's like, dang it.
Yeah. Sticky note, bring pen.
Yes. Valerie wrote, leave your phone in the car with your extra GPS batteries. Yes. When you're out with the GPS, why not have that extra backup with you, like your smartphone, to get back out of that woods?
You need
Just
some
saying.
adventure.
And hey, extra batteries for a GPS unit.
Pshaw.
Why would you have that? Come on, it's going to last forever, and it never is going to go out 30 minutes before the sun goes down and you're 4 miles into a hiking trail. That never happens. So just leave them in the car. It's great. Or if you wrench your ankle or something and you forgot your phone, because the smoke signals that eventually, that if you rub the two sticks together enough, will be more than adequate to get you your help when you need.
Maybe the bear can help.
Or the bear can help. Either way. Let's see. Here's a goodie. Placing food in geocaches for swag.
Yes, make sure it's candy so it's nice and sweet.
Sweet
And in
candy.
the summertime, it can melt and get real sticky.
Right.
That's always fun.
Yes, and those raccoons and other woodland creatures will pay it never no mind. They will just leave it there, just happy as a clam.
They'll say, "Oh, that's a geocache.
Yeah,
We can leave that
Don't
alone."
touch that. It's like rummage, 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 geocache, rummage, rummage, rummage. Yeah, that's
That
how it
always
goes.
happens.
Yeah. Mary wrote, not marking the location of your car when you are hiking on a new trail, especially when wearing a Boy Scout uniform. Yes, it's very embarrassing where people are going, "Hey, which way do you go, Boy Scout?" And you kind of go,
I don't know.
"I'm going this way."
Oh, yes, chocolate's a good one.
Oh, chocolate's awesome.
Mhm.
And no, coffee does not disdain people from wanting to get into it, because one, if it's a geocacher who needs coffee, they're going to rummage anyways. But the raccoons too, they love that stuff.
Oh, yes, cigarettes make great swag.
Yeah.
Cigarette
Jeez.
lighters, I'm sorry.
Or rubbers. I'm just saying, kids,
Yeah.
hold your ears. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
the contraceptives, I think I should have said instead.
Yes.
But ask your dad about that. I'm sure he'll be glad to tell you.
You're welcome.
There you go. So yeah, just making sure that marking your car is very important, because there is nothing more fun. Again, with the sun going down, the mosquitoes are coming out the size of large robins, and you are far from the car, and suddenly you go, "I don't remember the swamp being here." Mark where your car is,
Uh-huh.
because that is really important to
I hear
get
more
back.
fireworks.
Are they? It's
Or
the South.
gunshot.
It's the yeah. It could be
Either one.
It's the South. What do you want? Let's see. Speaking of Boy Scouts, don't be prepared when going on your geocaching adventures. Just because something can happen doesn't mean it will happen to you.
Oh, yes, it does.
Not. So yes, be prepared when you go. Know the area you're going. Know
Like
what the
time you
weather's.
had to slide down the hill.
That's different. That's just a terrain thing. It wasn't the
was-
sliding down the hill that was the problem. It was getting my butt back up.
That was funny.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh God, I'm gonna die down here.
And I'm taking pictures.
And she's taking pictures. It was wonderful. Yeah. So yes, be prepared when you go out geocaching. Have that food stuff. Have the right clothes. Know what the weather's going to be like. And like Amy said earlier, tell people that where you're at and when you're expected to be back. And if you're not, send the sheriff. So I'm just saying, it's the more prepared you are, the better you're going to be. Finally, we do have an FYI. Nick sent this in, and he said, podcast trackable patch that he bought at the last NCGO Fall Fling just made it to Finland.
Really?
So yeah, the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast information is going out. We've had quite a few people that have gone and purchased the patch and turned it into a trackable and sent it out.
That is cool.
So yeah, way to go, Nick. Thank you so much for doing that. We greatly appreciate it. All right, good stuff. So that's how not to go geocaching.
Yes.
And thank you to all the folks that sent in their suggestions for this. So you made half the list at least. So thank you so much for that. We greatly, greatly do appreciate it. And I hope you learned a couple of things where people just kind of go, well, duh. That's the moment when people realize the next time they get into that situation that they won't do it.
Mhm.
And that's the whole point.
Somebody's going to forget their pen.
Yeah, yes, that still will happen.
Mhm.
All right, good stuff. Let's move on.
Uh-oh. Your support helps keep all of the GeoSnippits Reboot show. I can't do it.
Your support helps keep all the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast shows running along. Apparently, verbiage is just funny to her today. Please consider making a PayPal donation to the link in our website. My mouth is going to get dry. To support our efforts and your ongoing entertainment. From all of us at GeoSnippets, we thank you. For those of us who can speak and read at the same time. Also, please consider, this is not us all the time. She's having a moment. I'm just saying. We need your money because somebody's got to get her off the giggle juice. I'm just telling you. If you can, please go over to our website. And we want to thank all the people that have been doing this for us. We greatly appreciate it. Yes, Amy. Thank you, Uncle Casher. Amy does lose it again. She's awesome. She thought she had it until she had to read. So anyways, thank you for sending in and becoming a patron or sending in through PayPal and being a contributing factor to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. It literally helps keep us going week after week, and we can't do it without you. So thank you so much for everybody that contributes to us. And I'm going to go from there because wife Amy's only has a little bit more left in the show to really do. And I'm just saying, all right, let's move on. You did take from the bottle on the left, not the bottle on the right? Correct? Okay, just checking. Now it's time for the geocaching cash stash. Let me explain what that is while Amy recomposes herself. It's very simple. We get some of the best companies in the geocaching world, and quite frankly, they want to tell you fine folks about the products that they provide. So they send us these little geocaching packages of love every once in a while, and we give them away as prizes to you fine folks, so that you can see what they have. Last week was, or actually 2 weeks ago, was episode 207. And wife Amy, can you compose yourself enough to tell what the prize was?
Yes, from GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. It's a goodie bag. It's
Yay.
a glow-in-the-dark trackable patch,
Yep.
a GSRP path tag, and a small auto travel book.
Yeah, we've got the path tag, we got the trackable patch, like they said, it just made it to Finland, and one of your smaller car trackables.
Yep.
And so yes, excellent stuff. We love giving stuff like that away and thought it would be a good time to do it. What was the question?
The popular statement, keep calm and go
Blank.
should be completed with the final word of what? And the answer is geocaching.
Yes, keep calm, go geocaching. All right, so this is how this works. Now, wife Amy's going to get her magic coin, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to bring up, because I forgot to set this up. And what I have here is my random number generator. If my thing will quit messing around on me. And I have also a list of all the emails. And what I'm doing is bringing up the search for the people to bring all the ones that they wanted to come in. So I have that. Let me set up the random number generator and get that going. There it is. All right, so there you go. If the random number was 4, which it actually is today, and wife Amy flipped and the coin said heads, we would count out 1, 2, 3, 4 from the top. If it was tails, we would count up 1, 2, 3, 4 from the bottom up, and that would be the winner. It just adds a little bit of randomness to all that. So I've got all the emails here for that. Wife Amy, are we going heads down or tails up?
Tails.
All right, so see if this is correct.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so that we have to redo. Okay,
Mhm.
we will do one down from there. How about that?
Barely.
Barely. Okay, so the winner is for episode 207, Rose Brunsell. Rose Brunsell, you are the winner of our package for from geosnippets.com. And Rose, let's see here. I want to make sure I've got this. Rose, do me a favor. Write to us and say winner of episode 207 to gsreboot@gmail.com. And send us your address. And that way we can get that sent off to you. I just want to make sure, we may already have it, but I want to make sure I have the current so that we get to you correctly. And we'll get that prize out to you. So congratulations. So let me get back out of here because we're going to need it. There we go. All right. Good stuff. Now, to be eligible to win a prize from the Cash Stash, all you have to do is get your correct answer for this week. You got to get it in by Wednesday, July 12th. for it to be eligible. So this upcoming Wednesday, email it to gsreboot@gmail.com. That's GSREBOOT@gmail.com. Subject Q1 for question 1, episode 208, which is tonight's episode. So gsreboot@gmail.com. Subject Q1, episode 208. All correct answers will be put in a drawing like we just did. Some weeks for the people in the live chat room, we'll have a second prize like tonight. That's right, folks. We're giving away some live prizes for the folks that are sticking around, and we'll do that in just a couple minutes. But let's get this done first. Wife Amy, if you can, the question for tonight's episode, which is episode 208. Let's do the prize.
Okay, yep. Cash-events.com. It's a Cash Crate t-shirt in large.
We have not given one of these away before.
Mm-mm.
And I'm so glad that Lisa, and thank you, Lisa, for sending it to us.
Mhm.
This is a Cash Crate large t-shirt, and it's got Cash Crate on the front and Cash Advance on the back, and it's just a sweet t-shirt.
Mhm.
So we want to thank
It's
Cash.
light,
It's
too.
very light, too.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Too.
So we want to thank cash-advance.com for sending that in.
Mhm.
What's the question?
The question is, what does the hint word troll mean?
All right. When you see the hints and it says troll, we kind of talk about stuff like that.
We did talk about that earlier.
All right. So if you're paying attention, you might have a little extra clue that you didn't know about. So get your answers in. What does the hint word troll mean? And you will be eligible to win the Cash-Advance large t-shirt. So again, thank you for playing, and thank you for Lisa from Cash Advance for donating that very, very cool prize. All right. Now let's move into the prize for the people that are watching the show live right now. This is for you fine folks. It kind of gives a little incentive to come see us each and every week. We do it at least once a month. And what is the prize for tonight for somebody who's going to win?
Also from cash-events.com, it is Oscar, the Go Fish Geocoin.
This is so cool.
He's
It's
very cute.
Very cute. And they have different names for the Go Fish geocoins. This one's Oscar. And he's just a sweet blue and green fish. Let me see, just out of curiosity. I've got, if you use an ultraviolet light, yes,
he
they
does glow in the
He
dark.
glows in the dark. His green parts light up. So
yes,
way to go. Excellent. So there you go. Somebody tonight's going to win an Oscar.
Oscar.
All right. Let's see how this
Fish
works.
are friends, not food.
Yes, it is. All right. So to do this, all right, this is how this works. Set up your email. Don't send it until we tell you, because if you send it too soon, you're not going to make it. What you want to do is in the subject line, you're going to send your email to gsreboot@gmail.com. Don't send it yet. Just put in gsreboot@gmail.com. gsreboot@gmail.com. Subject line, very, very important. Put Q2 for question 2, episode 208. Again, subject line.
He's trying not to sneeze.
I'm trying not to sneeze.
Just FYI. Since we talked about the horses earlier.
Q2, episode 208. Now, Amy is going to say a particular phrase. And what you're going to do is you're going to type that phrase in the body and then send it in. All right? So we're all set with this. gsreboot@gmail.com. Q2 episode 208. Wife Amy is going to drop the flag by saying what the saying is. Once you type the saying in, send it. Wife Amy, if you would, drop the flag.
Searching for Tupperware in the woods.
Go. Get them in, folks. Searching for Tupperware in the woods. We'll see how many we get in and go from there. All right. I think what we'll do is we will close out most of the show, and that'll give them enough time to get their stuff in. And then we'll see who the winner is of that really, really cool geocoin. All right. Good stuff. Let's move on. Well, we hope you liked the show and got a good laugh out of it today. Some more than others. Let us know what you think about tonight's episode and how we can help. Please be kind and help wife Amy, because this is going to go into the next gag reel. You just know it.
Somebody was watching it on their TV.
Oh, were they?
That
can't be pretty. I'm just saying. So anyways, good stuff. Let us know what you think about tonight's episode. Please consider becoming a contributing factor to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast universe by becoming a patron. And finally, most importantly, please tell other geocachers about our show. Some of the best ways that you can do that is going to events and say, hey, have you ever heard of the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast? They're a great tutorial show. They're funny as heck. Some of them will crack up a little more than others, and it's really cool. Check it out. Also, putting out our travel patches is a great way to tell other people about the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. Now the people in Finland might be hooking up with us.
Yep.
Excellent. Great stuff. Okay, wife Amy, I'm going to let you try to do this.
All right. We want to thank our sponsors, gxproxy.com and coinsandpins.com, plus our amazing patrons. Thanks to Andy HeadHardHat Smith, and thanks to everyone watching in the chat room. Please keep those comments coming in, and we'll see y'all next time.
Absolutely. Want to thank Miss Giggles' wife, Amy, very much for everything she does. She's a wonderful, beautiful person, and we couldn't do the show without her. She's amazing. And thank you.
Had to.
Well, hey, we make do. Everybody's got their moments. Notice I stopped yawning, though. So that was a great distraction. So that's awesome.
I do what I can.
Yeah, you are awesome. All right, good stuff. Let's see here if I can bring up, and I will reset this. Oh, look already. We got lots. All right, I'm going to refresh the screen one more time. Oh, a lot of new people. Holy cow. Welcome to the show, by the way, if you're brand new, and welcome to the show if you're not. Thank you for stopping on by. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the RAM number generator real quick. And wife Amy's going to tell me heads or tails.
Well, we did tails last time, so let's do heads.
You want to do heads?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to bring that up. All right, and you said heads? Okay, so I'm going to bring up the emails. We got a lot in. Holy cow. Thank you for watching the show, folks. We appreciate it. All right. And interesting. This is new. Welcome to Spider Rock Gaming. Searching for Tupperware in the woods. Congratulations. Spider Rock Gaming. Do us a favor if you would. Send us just put winner Q2 episode 208 and send us your address. And we will get Oscar sent out to you as soon as possible. And also let us know about Spider Rock Gaming. That sounds interesting.
Let him know.
I'm a bit of a gamer.
He's a little gamer.
So yeah, we'll check it out.
Sometimes.
I'm a little gamey. Thank you. Thank you, loving wife. So there you go. Congratulations to Spider Rock Gaming, and we will get that out. So that's the first time I've seen them. That is really cool. Very, very good. Yeah. All right. Lots of fun, good things, and happiness and joy, and peace to everybody else. And thank you for stopping on by. We really, really do appreciate it. All right. Good stuff. I think it's time to wrap this puppy up, and somebody needs more sleep than others.
Oh my God. I'm going directly to bed.
All right. Let's do this. Please be sure to join us each and every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for another episode of the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast, right here on the GeoSnippits website at www.geosnippits.com. The video version of our show is available on YouTube, and the audio version is available on iTunes, Stitcher, Blueberry, the Tech Podcast Network, Google Play, and many of your favorite podcatchers. We love hearing from our viewers and listeners, so please leave your feedback by emailing us at gsreboot@gmail.com. Visit us through our social media sites or contact us via our voicemail line at 919-341-9519 or use our website Send Voicemail tab. GeoSnippits Reboot is a HeadHardHat production and is produced by Amy and Andy Smith. This show is copyright 2017 by Andrew T. Smith. All rights reserved. And clear. Wow. Hey, you know what? life happens. That's just all there is to it. And
Welcome to a live show.
welcome to a live show, because this is what goes on. So thank you for
Uh-huh.
everybody for stopping on by. Yeah, apparently Amy has picked up a lot of interest from folks in the chat room.
Uh-huh.
Whatever
Right.
it takes to keep you folks entertained, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I do what I can.
All right, folks. Have a good one. Have a safe one, and keep smiling out there. We'll see you next week on the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. Bye-bye, folks.